We're this time moving on to stress type 2. That is, we're moving on to a different type of questions on stress. Instead of giving you 4 different types of words, 1 word is given, but it must have up to 4 syllables. 4 syllables, 5 syllables, or 6 syllables. The question is set. So the question is that when you have a word, should it be on the first, the second, the third, or the fourth syllable? That will provide you with 4 options. If the word is made up of 5, 4 of the syllables are usually selected and given to you as for the options. So that is what this question is all about. Of which of the syllables in the given word that has up to 4 syllables has the stress of that word. Now we take question 1. Question 1 the word is this. So which of these should have the syllables? Which should have the stress? Which of the syllables should have the stress? We have this 1 syllable, first syllable. Second syllable is this. The third syllable is this. Then we have the 4th syllable. So which of them? Now the first thing is, how is this word pronounced? How is this word pronounced? The word is pronounced nationalism. Nationalism. Did you listen to that? Now, if the pronunciation is nationalism, when therefore is our stress? Our stress is therefore on the first syllable, which is option A. Well, I just made them to be that option A will have the first syllable, option B will have the second, option C will have the third, option D will have the 4th or 5th, depending on how many syllables the word has. So it's going to be like that often. But in some other exams, the option A may not take the first syllable. They can give you the word and then stress the 3rd syllable as make it stress by capitalizing it. We're indicating the stress by capitalizing the letters when the syllables when the stress falls. So take note of that. But it doesn't mean that all examiners will set questions so that they will follow this regular pattern I have used. But whatever it is, the important thing that you locate your answer by locating the right stress or the syllable that has the stress. So we have said that option A is the answer, nationalism. Now, however, if you say stress is on second syllable, how would you have pronounced this word? It will be something like nationalism. Nationalism. That is how you pronounce it. But of course, that is wrong pronunciation for the word. The correct pronunciation for the word in question 1 is nationalism. Nationalism, with the stress on the first syllable. Now we'll go to question 2. Have you tried handling that? Have you answered it? What is our answer for this word? Now, what is the pronunciation? The pronunciation of this word is understandable. Understandable. To the tongue, to the understandable. So, if it's understandable, what therefore is our answer? Question number 2, the answer is option C, understandable. Remember that the word understand has the stress on the last syllable. So even if you add the suffix able, the suffix able doesn't affect where the stress, or it doesn't shift the stress. That's the point. So the stress will still remain on the last syllable as it is in the word understand. Question 3. What is your answer in question 3? The word. How do you pronounce it? Have you attempted? Now listen what that agrees with mine. The pronunciation of The word in question 3 is vicissitude. 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 Now, if it is vicissitude, where is the stress? The stress, therefore, falls on which of the syllables? The stress falls on second syllable, vicissitude. Vicissitude. The tongue teaching. Okay? Now, so the stress is on, okay, there's supposed to be I here. The stress is on the second syllable. So our answer is option B. However, if the stress was on the first syllable, how would you have pronounced it? It would have been vicissitude. Vicissitude. You see, the stress now falls on the second syllable. Vicissitude. Just like we have stress on nationalism. The rest are slurred over. So, but we know that the stress doesn't fall on the first syllable in that word. So we can't pronounce it vicissitude. But it's on the second syllable, vicissitude. Vicissitude. So the stress is on the second syllable. I hope you're following the pronunciation. Now you're going to use them, use the words, use the right pronunciation as you talk, and then try to remember them how they are stressed. And then, because there's one thing about stress, if it is pronounced and the person pronounces it well by placing the correct stress, will you be able to locate that, oh, by this pronunciation, the stress is on the first, on the second, on the third, or the fourth syllable? So you must be able to know that. Once you are able to get up, to be able to know that by this pronunciation, the stress is on this, you move one step forward. Then the next is, of course, always knowing the right pronunciation, using it, and as soon as you get to that point, questions on stress will be quite easy. But of course, the practice we're also taking will help you to do that. Now, so pay attention very well as we move on. Now, we're moving on to question number 4. Look at that word. Have you pronounced it? What is the pronunciation of that word? Okay. See whether yours agrees with mine. The word is pronounced manipulate. Manipulate. Now, if it is manipulate, where is our answer? Is it A? No. If it is A, it would have been pronounced manipulate. 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 If it were to be C, it would be something like manipulate, which is how many some people pronounce it manipulate. Okay, so but the pronunciation manipulate has stress on the second syllable. Manipulate. Manipulate. Meaning the stress falls on the second syllable. So our answer again is B. Alright? Question number 5. Have you pronounced the word? What is your pronunciation? Now, look at this. The word is pronounced contribution. 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 You can follow the reading, can't you? So, does my pronunciation agree with yours? Now that we have pronounced it, contribution, where is the stress? Where is the stress of the word? Is it on the first? No. If it's on the first, it will be like contribution. That will be the pronunciation. If the stress is on the first, it will be contribution. So, it is not on the first, it's not on the second, it's not on the, it's not on the second, it's not on the last. Rather, it is on the third syllable. So our answer is C. Now, having known that, I want to draw your attention. This word was treated when we're looking at stress type 2. Stress type 2, we have the word contribute. Contribute. In that case, the stress falls on the second syllable. Contribute. Contribute. But as soon as you add the suffix tion, it will shift the stress from the second syllable to the third syllable. That is, we take it from the syllable 3 to this one. That is what happens when you add the suffix tion. So take note of that there's this stress pattern in contribution will depend from the stress pattern in contribute. Alright, we have exercises on the stress type 2 for you. Now look at the questions. We have question 1. You have your options. First syllable stress, second syllable, third and fourth. The question 2, same thing. First, second, third and fourth. Question 3, first, second, third and fourth. Question 5, first, second, third and fourth. Then that's question 4. This is 5, first, second, third and fourth syllable stress. So try your hands on these questions and see how well you have performed in them.